What is going on, my homies? My name is Leo Coys, part of Colorado Spurs and a diehard Tottenham Hotspur fan. Welcome, everybody, to this episode 22 and a half. Wake and bake with the homie Leo Coys. What's everybody going on? I hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's doing good. All right, how's everybody doing today? We have a game later on. I woke up and none of my homies were streaming today, so I'm like, what's going on? I gotta get my fix in. If none of my homies are gonna stream, then I guess I got to pop up and do something here. First of all, I want to say what's up to my homie Bobby K. Big up Bobby K, who I believe will be joining us today. And if anybody wants to join, and you have a way of contacting me, let me know and I will definitely send you the link. We will be going for probably about an hour, just a quick little stream. I do, however, want to say big up to my Somerset homie, Mark Cousins. Big up to you, my homie. Big up, big up. Hope you're doing well. Yo, it's 7 a.m. here in Denver, which is why we are waking and baking. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? We do have a game later on today at the Amex, in Brighton against the Seagulls. If I'm honest with you, I am a little bit worried about this game because Brighton, last year were a very, very good team. This year, however, they are up and down, as are most teams in the Premier League this season. But that doesn't mean that on their day, Brighton are not a very good team. I think I seen some news today that Mitoma is out, which kind of does help us out a little bit there, if I'm not lying. Um, so yeah, we will dive into that and a little bit more here in a second. Um, how's everybody doing? Let me just go ahead and pull up some of these banners here. Again, just to remind you guys, I am on Instagram at the Mile High Hotspur. You could definitely check me out there. I am on Twitter, however, I need to get active on Twitter. A lot of fun stuff goes on there. This is Denver's very own Tottenham Hotspur podcast, the Mile High Hotspur, with me, your homie Leo Coys. And don't forget to hit the likes. But my homies, let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. Brighton versus them Lily White. Gonna be a tough game. I was just saying, gonna be a tough one. Let's see here. We got Wayne Bonner. Hello, one and all. Hope you're all well and pumped for the 3 points for bringing in home tonight. Well, I mean, there you go. Look, Wayne Bonner right away, confident, saying, we're gonna bring in the 3 points. Now, look, I'm confident too. I think we will win. I think it probably will be a difficult game for us to win. But I do back the boys anytime they're playing and against anybody. Wayne Bonner right away and this with this 2-1 Spurs. Wayne Bonner, I do want to say a 2-1 scoreline is, I guess, the most common scoreline we've had this season. So that is a safe bet, Wayne Bonner. Big up to the people just joining. I think I'm streaming on Instagram live too. Let me go ahead and check. I'm on Instagram on the Mile High Hotspur. I just want to make sure that I'm not telling lies. Let's see here. Um, my first time trying to do that. So yeah, it looks like we're going good. Looks like we got a couple people on there. I will try and say what's up to you guys as we're streaming. Duel's still streaming here. So oh, and then Bobby K's falling asleep. I didn't even see you, my homie. Wakey, wakey.
Oh, I finally
Bobby,
realized. Oh, good morning.
is Bobby
Whew,
is
whew.
he gonna bring me on or is he not gonna bring me on?
Good morning, buddy. Good morning. How are you? Good
Good
morning,
morning to
everybody
you,
in the
my
chat. How
homie.
are you? What's happening?
What's
You all
going
right?
on? I'm doing
Ah,
good.
you know.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yo, would you do me a huge favor and can you
Of
send
course.
my homie Brian Daigle the link, please?
No problem, sir.
Yeah, thank you. He said he wants to join for a bit. Anybody's welcome
Nice.
to join. If you're welcome to join, and if Bobby doesn't mind getting his email blown up, let him know, and he could definitely shoot you over the link, Bobby, if you don't mind.
No
Wayne Bonner
problem,
was
buddy.
hitting us with the 2-1 prediction off the bat, Bobby, and I was saying that's kind of like a safe go-to bet. How are you feeling about the them Lily Whites, as I just put up them Lily Whites versus uh Brighton?
It's gonna be a beautiful day, buddy. It's gonna be a beautiful day. What is it? 7 out of our starting 11 are out. We're falling apart. It's gonna be beautiful. Hey, Kate. Good morning.
Again,
You feel
2-1
better?
Spurs. Come on, you guys. 8-0
Yeah.
Spurs. 8-1, 7-1. Come on, you guys.
I honestly think this is Leo. Personally, I think this is the football gods reminding Spurs fans to not get too ahead of
I
themselves. Like
know.
people like myself and Jim and Cooves, the deluded bunch that are sitting in first class up there, shoveling the
Yeah,
coal into the train there. I think this is just a little bit of a reminder that we are far from being able to compete with where we should be competing. So, this is the kind of stuff that justifies the likes of people like Scott M. You know what I mean? That say, look, hold your horses. We're not where we should be. Don't get overexcited, kind of thing. So,
fair
it's
enough.
trying times, my man. Trying times. We
Fair
got
enough.
we got complete decimation with injuries now, and now our defensive line is just the question marks that hang over it. It's funny to me because in having this conversation with another Spurs fan yesterday, it was like, who are we going to play in as center backs, and it was the argument didn't end up being about who should play. The argument ended up being about who shouldn't play. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, we
Um,
don't have many options here, so we gotta kind of play the hand we've been dealt right now. So it's only going to get rougher in a few days. With the AFCON coming up, we're going to lose Sonny. We're losing a lot of players and stuff. So this is the opportunity. Shut up, Sheriff. This is the opportunity for happy morning, buddy. This is the opportunity for Levy to step up and show if he's going to back this guy. Because again, I've said this before. I think this is a Levy-esque manager. The guy doesn't want hundreds of millions of pounds. He just wants small, smart investment. And if done right, there goes Smitty. What's up, buddy? If done right, then he should be able to sort this. Sorry, Leo, I've woken up with a little bit of a leaky faucet here today. I need to get a box of tissues for actual my nose for a change. Hey, Dago, what's
no.
up, buddy? I'll let
What's
him
up,
take over
people?
while I go grab the.
There you
So I
go,
can grab
Brian
this.
Dago.
How are we
Thank
doing,
you
Leo?
for
Well, I
waking
have to
and
say, Leo,
baking with the
first
homie.
of all, that shirt you're wearing, my God, the memories of that kit and a certain number 8 wearing it. Sorry, my agent's on the phone. They'll go away shortly, as you can hear. And Leo, just quickly, I have to say thank you for getting the package to me. I brushed my teeth with it yesterday. Boy, my God. So for anyone that doesn't know, I ordered that you can only get in America and it arrived yesterday was explosive spearmint and ghost pepper chili toothpaste. And it's going to be very, very good for you with the chili. And my God, it's the most insane. It's incredible. So thank you.
Did it give you heartburn? Did it give you heartburn?
No, mate, but I'll tell you what, when you start brushing your teeth and you can feel the ghost pepper, like you can just like you just touched like nothing major, but the time the 2 minutes is up,
Yeah.
the menthol is like, what the hell is going on here? It's weird but brilliant.
Yeah. Well, just in case anybody is sending a package to Toronto from Denver around Christmas time, I sent it the 8th, Daigle. I sent it on the 8th,
Yep.
and it took close to a month. But I'm glad you got it, my homie. It was honestly, I'm glad I was able to help you out with that anytime.
Well, you think about it, you've got a Tottenham on tour cap coming your way, and I sent it pretty
Yep.
shortly
Yep.
after, if not a day or two.
Yeah.
And you're still waiting, so it's just the same with your
It's
map.
just the time. It's just
Yeah,
the time right
exactly,
now is like that. Big up to everybody in the chat. Lee Smithy Smith, what's up, my homie? How you doing? We have here Kate saying big up to Ducky Daddy Dago, and Mark Cousins in the chat. I am streaming on Instagram Live. If you guys are on Instagram Live, make sure to give us a follow. Dago, Brighton versus them Lily Whites. We were just kind of talking, Bobby and I, how this is, we kind of got to keep grounded and not look too far ahead. And this is probably one of those good fixtures for us to say, take a step back and, like like Bobby, you said, right? Like we kind of have to just pump the brakes sometimes and not get too far ahead of ourselves. Am I getting too far ahead of myself, Dago, by saying I feel confident we could probably smash Brighton?
So first of all, it should be named Brighton versus Tottenham Crockspur. To dare is to tear is the new strapline I'm going with at the moment. Listen, this is Injury FC versus Casualty FC today. We're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see. There are so many injuries for both teams. Who knows what defense? I mean, we would imagine it's Emerson and Davies, which I'm not super happy with, but it's the best of what we can put out there. Where do we start in midfield? It's going to be a cagey game. I thought it was going to be a convincing win. I'm now not so sure.
Okay. Well, and I do think I just read a yeah, sorry, there is only 1 hour in Lily Whites. You're right. Bobby, it was like
it says
5 a.m. when I
waking
was
big,
making this
bro.
stream, bro. That's why I
I know. What
appreciate
is
you.
it? It's like 7 a.m. right now for you, right?
My homies, my home. It is now, yeah. And then I'm off a week. I'm off work this whole week, so it's been
It's
kind
good
of
for you.
strange waking up still at the butt crack of dawn and having the rest of the day to do
That's what your
nothing.
body
So a
clock is
midweek,
used to, right?
yeah, the body clock. You're right. So a game on a Thursday is definitely like it's an added bonus, right? To keep going, and then we play again on the weekend, right, guys?
Sunday.
Correct. We've got Bournemouth on New Year's Eve on Sunday.
Yeah, I like this. I like this festive fixture that
No,
we
we're
got
not when
going
we're
here.
decimated with injuries. I don't.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially with Bournemouth very quickly. I know we're talking Brighton, but
yeah,
the very thought of Dominic Solanke, one of the informed strikers in the Premiership, going up against a makeshift defence. Bournemouth are the most informed team in the Premiership, or one of. I think there might be one more, but so
they're
that's
on
not
form
as
though. Yeah.
easy as it sounds, or we would have thought it would have been. But Brighton is a tricky one.
Yeah, they're out Matoma, which I mean he's not their only good player, right? But he is a vital player, excuse me, to their team. He will be out this game. I was
I didn't
surprised
know
to
that, so that's
hear
a bit of good news.
yeah, Matoma I heard is out. I did get my Henry Wright fix in a
He
little
is.
bit earlier,
He
and I
is.
think he was talking about that. Um Also, guys, we do have the best away form, right? Which is surprising. We do. The only loss we have is at the Molineux, which was kind of a freak loss. They ended up nicking it at the end there, but we could have easily been undefeated on the road still. So that does help. That does make me feel better about this game here. Um, but one thing, and we kind of did touch on it, and I'm gonna kind of skip forward through this, is are we soon to see a midfield crisis as well, you guys? I mean, I don't want to jump too far ahead, but we kind of did touch on it, right? We're already depleted. Plus, here comes mid-season tournaments, the AFCON and then the Asian Cup, right? And two of our midfield players are going to be gone. It's looking like Hoiberg doesn't want to play because he doesn't want to pick up an injury before a proposed move in January or something like that. So we might be really thin in the midfield too, you guys, coming up.
Oh, you're doing this to me. You're doing this to me. Let's just say you're doing. Okay, let's go there. So we know we're decimated with injuries. We know we're decimated with suspensions. But we ended the last year, went into the new year with Dyer, Davies, and Emerson in defence. And let's look where we are now. We ended last year and started the year with Højbjerg, Skip in midfield. Look where we are now. I am. You look at it. I said this morning on Cockerel Doodle Doo. You look at it. Other players, let's say, an Ian brought up if Saka went out for Arsenal, big player. They haven't got another Saka. No, they haven't, but they do have a Trossard, who's a brand new player who's come in and done well. With us, it's players that have been here for 4 managers, 3 managers. So it's the concern. Midfield is a big concern at the moment. What was our strongest? We went in with this season. Midfield was our most stacked position, especially the centre. We had a really wide range of players. Defence had become our strongest component with all 4 fit, which was our weakest. But midfield was one where we had the decks stacked, and now we're down to bare bones. Good times. Good times.
Ray Young will be back in January. For fuck's sake. I don't think I would take him back. I mean, he think he's doing fine over there in United.
He's
They
got to
could
come
keep
back.
him
It's only
there.
6 months loan, Leo.
Oh, it was. Mm. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to sending him back and just making it permanent. Um, Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that too, Dago. You're right. Like, come the beginning of the season, if anything, we were stacked. We were stacked in the midfield. And even through the Benton core injury and then the Basuma suspensions and stuff like that, we still had a stacked midfield, right? You're thinking Pierre Hoiberg was coming in and pulling his weight, right? We weren't really like losing the game at all because of him. He was doing what he needed to do. And I still fancy him to come on and do what he needs to do if he wants to play. But yeah, with this now, like he might be gone, and then yeah, with all these players, we're gonna be depleted. We're gonna be depleted. Um, Real quick, I didn't make a banner for this, but what are your thoughts on the youngster coming back from his loan? God, why is his
Scarlett.
name escaping me right
Scarlet,
now? Yeah,
Scarlet.
yeah, Dane. Yeah, the little Dane, Scarlet.
No, he's not playing, right? The last game he didn't even make Ipswich's bench or something like that, right? So was
Yeah,
it 3 games in a row or something? He's got no
think
minutes.
so.
So right, big up Chica. What's the point of having players out on loan that aren't going to get any minutes in? The whole point of
I don't.
sending out a player out on loan is for development. If they're not developing where they are, then I think it's stupid for a club to allow that to sit like that. And if anything, send them to a lower team then.
That's what I
One
was just
that's
gonna
going to
ask you.
utilize them and actually throw them in there and give them the time, because that's, to me, the
Yeah.
whole point is to get experience for these guys and get some game time and get them thrown around against men. And that's what we need. That's what we have to see happen with him.
So
I
yeah,
was
exactly.
excited.
With Chippy's comment about him deleting January, I've renamed January. It's Excusawary. It goes September, October, November, December, Excusawary, February, March, April, May, June. That's what we're about to enter. Excusawary. Which is going to be my hashtag for the month.
Here's
But
a
yeah,
nice little comment
we'll
from
see what happens.
Adrian. Adrian says a left-sided transfer rumor here. Tottenham need to offer at least 10 million for a 24-year-old Club America center back Sebastián Cáceres if they want him in January transfer window. So Club America, which is a team down here in Mexico, they just won the championship. I don't know how I'm always wary of these players that go from Liga MX or this side of the world and go to England. It seems like a lot of them haven't really been able to hit the ground running. Although I would like to see it because coming from this side of the world, I would definitely cheer on somebody making it to the big stage over there in England. Thanks for that input there, Adrian. Let me go through a couple of these comments here. We have Ben Kaufman. Ben, my homie. How
Big
you
up, brother.
doing? He said hotboxing. That's damn right, you're hotboxing. Lisa, buenos días, amiga. ¿Cómo estás? Ben, Chico, morning after. I was actually driving home real quick and I was listening to some Stereo Soda, which is a band that I think her cat's named after Lisa, if I'm not mistaken. And I was jamming, reminded me of her on the way home. Pronunciation of Spanish, I think he just usurped Jacob's title. Pronunciate.
Usurped.
Well, it's because yeah, I think because like I mean, and this is no go at Jacob. Jacob is my homie, but like I speak Spanish every day, So Jacob, however, does know some words and he does have it. So yeah, but he got it. Soda is right here with
So
me.
you're telling me the
Yes.
Mexican guy's Spanish is better than the Greek guys? I'd believe that.
It's a
I mean,
competition, isn't it?
It's like my Indian is just a
It's
little
like
bit
Bobby
better than
speaking
Dago's.
Hebrew and me speaking
Yeah,
yeah.
Punjabi.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Brian's Hebrew is just a little bit better than mine.
Only
Shut
bare
up.
bones.
Guys, can we see anybody stepping up through this crisis, or is the quality just not there?
I'll answer this first because I know the guy below me's answer. Yeah, there's no choice. Me, I'm the deluded optimist, so I'm hoping people can fill some cracks in. Right now, this is where we need them to. So I just hope there's some players left with some form of fight inside that says that I want to push to get into that starting 11, and we'll fight for a place. Will it happen? We will see. Now the real answer, Brian.
No, listen. I think if Phillips and Dorrington are given a chance, they'll step up. It's whether a chance of whether they will. Again, same with Donnelly. We've seen it with youngsters doing it in the Premier League this year. It's just a case of whether we'll go ahead and do it. I don't think Ange will, for whatever reason it may be. But I think they can step up. I don't think you can look at anywhere else. I mean, Ben Davies has stood, or Ben Davies, you could say, has stepped up. Ben Davies deserves a lot of credit. Kola Kavod, big Mapitom.
He was talking to me, not you, obviously.
But we'll see.
Wait.
We'll see what happens. But that's if the we'll see if the youngsters get given a chance.
Yeah, but Brian, you've said this before. Do you see the youngsters getting a chance without Romero or Van de Ven there to hold their hand?
I don't know. I was saying this.
That's something I know we've discussed it quite a few times, right?
I was saying this with Ben and Cockerel Doodle Doo this morning that I have a feeling he may want to do it in the FA Cup, but the FA Cup is the one game I don't want him to do it because I want us to take that cup damn seriously, and if we do not take it seriously, there may be trouble from myself for a change. I'd rather he tried it in the Premier League game after game, whoever it was, how many of them. Don't mess about the FA Cup. Don't disrespect the FA Cup. Don't throw away a cup competition. I won't be happy if he does it. I would rather see Phillips or Dorrington today, or both, than see them both at Burnley. No matter what.
It's our game at Burnley. Is that the one we
No,
have this weekend?
It's at Spurs. It's at Spurs. Sorry, I meant against Burnley. It's at
Yeah, I'm gonna be bummed, Dago, if he comes out and tries to do some experimenting. Then I'm gonna be really bummed out just for the fact that and I know he said that he's not gonna just win the trophy just to win for the trophy for trophy's sake. But at the end of the day, you win a trophy for trophy's sake, right?
Correct.
So
Correct.
yeah, if he wants to try and experiment with that lineup. I prefer him do that this week, this game today, as opposed to on the weekend. Guys, if you love Spurs and hate Arsenal, subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. You're damn right. Don't be a jabroni, be a homie and smash the like, because nobody likes to be lonely.
Look, the thing is with this Leo as well, he could try it in the FA Cup and it could work.
Yeah.
And then it's well done, you did it, but I don't want him taking the risk. I'd rather him took the risk today at Brighton than at home to Burnley in the Cup.
Yeah. Phil, big up to you, by the way. Phil Coy, he says, worried about Van de Ven's hamstring with how fast and explosive he is. Guys, that's a nice little comment there. And I do want to get your guys' opinion on this. How long do we wait until, Dago, you don't want to just take him off the shelf and put him up there right away, right? You want to ease him in. So I don't know, what the timeline is. But let's say if they gave him 5 weeks from now, are you waiting 5 weeks? Are you waiting 6 weeks? Or are you just kind of playing it by ear, you guys?
It's easy to say that, but what you got to also remember is once he comes back, he's then got to get to match fitness. He doesn't come back in and is all of a sudden the Van de Ven that we left. He needs to get his body up to match fitness. Hopefully VAR don't stop and start for 8 minutes on that game and cause another one. With Romero, see, it's a two-sided coin, really, as all coins are, funnily enough. You just realised that. Now that Romero's out, you're kind of like, oh my God, we need Van de Ven back. Van de Ven's probably going to be quicker. Let's get him back. No. But then you don't want to do that because you want to make sure he comes back when he's ready and we do not rush him in. That's why I'm going at the moment saying that we need a centre-back brought in before Burnley. If things are different and we're going differently and things, the footballing side of this should know that we need another centre-back regardless of these injuries. With these injuries, even more important, and it's just making sure that we do not rush these guys back, which we had a habit of doing. I loved what we were doing with Bentancur before Matt Cash came and screwed it all up. gradually phasing him in, gradually giving him more time because we didn't have to rush him back because we had so many options. Well, at the moment with defence, we don't have that. And this club has brought players back so many times way too early and they break down and we can't risk it.
Yeah. We all hate Arsenal, says Phil Coyce.
Oh yeah.
Well, Bobby, do you kind of want to caveat onto this, brother?
Don't touch him. Leave him alone. I don't care if he comes back in March. Right now, at the end of the day, guys, we have to remember this is a write-off season for us. We're supposed to be, mid-table at very best. Europe's not even supposed to be a thought. Right now, we're punching way above our weight limit. That's why I said that at the beginning of the show, where this is where the football gods are kind of reminding us to calm down and remember where we're supposed to be, kind of get back in your lane. That being said, I'll accept him being eased back only because everybody knows what a man crush I have on this kid, and I want him brought back so that I see everything that he's been giving us already again. I'd hate for him to come back and be less than 100%, and not only risk further injury, but risk how he performs and how he plays.
Can I just say, because I'm going to have to go and start getting ready. Shame you're not going to be coming down the yard.
No, I've got 12:30. We got football from 12:30 to 2, and then 6 o'clock again.
Ireland's coming down today, so
shoot,
meet him and everything.
Is he coming Sunday?
I'm not too sure. But I will say, Leo, before I go, I've only just realised what the graphic is in the background. It's taken me that long to realise that's smoke. That's how, mate, I've been up for a long time. I've been up for a long, long time. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Leo, enjoy the rest of the show. Bobby, I'll speak to you soon. Brother Lee, I'll speak to you soon. Everyone in the chat, have a great day. Let's hope we get 3 points. And as always, Levy out.
Have a good day, mate.
Laters.
Big up, Dago. Cheers. Have a good one, brother. Well, my homie, then there was just us. One thing I do want to say before we moved on is Phil Coy says, he wasn't back till February when we heard of his injury.
February was the original scan. Yeah. So why would
so let's just maybe give him his time. Chippy says we're 14-1 with the bookies to win the FA Cup. Now I'm not a betting guy, Bobby. So what does that mean in idiot's terms? If I put $1, I get 14 back?
The lower that 14 is, the higher chance we have of winning it. So if it was 1 in 5.
So we'd be the fifth best odd to win it.
Yeah, so basically we have a 20% chance of winning it. Right now, when you break down the 100, the easiest way to do it is you would take 100, divide it by 14, and you would get what? 7.6 roughly. So right now we have a 7.6% chance of winning the FA Cup. If you go 1 in 5, you take 100, break it by 5, you get 20. So then we get a 20% chance of winning it, right? So right now it doesn't seem there's crazier numbers. Like when Leicester won the league, I think it was something ridiculous, like 500-1.
Yeah. I remember. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I remember it was
ridiculous.
Good money if you put £1 on it.
I bet. I think I told you about this. The first Lennox Lewis Holyfield fight, the odds were 200-1 on a draw. I put down a 20. $4,000.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a nice payout. After the fees, all that stuff, and take it off, it was like $3,800 something bucks. So a $20 bet. Because I was telling all my friends, I was like, I know what that fight. There's going to be one love, Daniel. I knew there was going to be a rematch, right? Because it was just too much Vegas money involved. Hey,
how's it going?
What's going on, you sexy Scandinavian?
Hey, back the fuck up, homie.
No. Bring it up. Oh, ooh.
What the shit, man? Hi, baby. Hey, honey.
It can only be a trio when it involves Leo, baby.
Wow. Well, hold on. Let's see how we can boot his ass.
You know what, Bobby? You can bring the Indian cooking talk to the party, and Leo can bring the South American flavor, can't he? So I'm all in that.
Yeah, I'm quite proud of the nachos I put together the other day, and that's actually I should speak to him. Oh, dude, that air fryer recipe is ridiculously awesome. It's so awesome. I put too much
You
meat
know,
though.
that's funny.
More
My son's
nacho
been
next
all
time.
about the air fryer. Sorry,
Oh,
but my
it's
son's
awesome.
been all about the air fryer
awesome.
too.
Do you not
Coobs!
have one?
Yeah. Air
Do you have
fryer.
one, Leo?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a must, man. It's a must.
Yeah,
yeah.
two things I
Morning,
can't do without anymore: air fryer and a rice cooker.
And
For
Vikings.
you.
Oh, and obviously Vikings. I mean, live Vikings.
Did you
I've,
start season
I've,
5?
I've enjoyed the series so much, and it's put me so much back in touch with my roots that I have become religious, and it's all the old Norse gods. So I'm
Who's
in
walking
about
around
9
the
years.
hammer in the house now?
In about 9 years' time, I'm going to have to sacrifice 9 people, unfortunately. So,
Kuba, it's a pleasure to have you on the stream. You know what, dude? It's always easier to have you on when it's at a reasonable time for you, isn't that right?
it definitely is. We've so many times you've invited me on, and it's like 2:30 in the morning for me. And I thought, I just can't do it.
You just
I
can't
just
do it.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I think I was on once though, maybe
A
even
couple of times
twice,
or so,
but it's
yeah.
not often.
Yeah. So real quick, just to get your input on this, Brian versus them Lily Whites. The Lily Whites is with one L. Don't pay attention to the double L.
No, see, that's gonna
Are you
give him
feeling confident
OCD now.
about the
You got to
game?
change that. He's gonna go crazy now.
Well, no, it doesn't matter if you're going to put them. Then it just go with it. I'm fine. I'm
Oh,
fine.
okay. That's the American way. It's the American spelling, right? Who's that? It's acceptable.
That's fine. We have to allow for people that should know better but don't.
That's right.
See, they kicked us out of the country before we could fully educate them. That's the problem.
Savages.
So after brief editing to the banners there, we play them
Hey,
Brighton versus them Lily Whites. There we go. Which is the team we do follow, not the other team that I don't know who follows them, but we follow these Lily Whites here.
I don't have the heart to tell him Lily White's is one word too.
Oh, you fucker. So, anyways, welcome to Wake and Bake with Kuva and the King and Leo. I was saying earlier, Kuva, I woke up and none of my homies were streaming, and I'm sitting here taking a shower, and dare I say, I felt naked, not listening to any of my homies while I was
I know because
showering.
Kate's not
So I
on,
was like,
Ben's not on, nobody was on this morning.
yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, so I'm glad
Wait a minute. Does that say mile high hotspur, or is it supposed to say milli high?
Is there only
Really
one L
highest,
in mile?
really highest spur. Big up to everybody in the chat enjoying these laughs. If you don't get them anywhere else, come here with the homies. We all change English words, such rebels. That's right. That's
Oh,
right.
Lisa,
Get off me, lad.
sorry, bring up her thing again. I never noticed that.
Our
Are
little
those hers?
kitties.
Are those hers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Those are the kitties.
If it's got a picture of cats on the profile, that they're a friend of mine straight
Yeah.
away.
Hey, morning,
Yeah.
Kev.
Yeah. El Cocorrel, amigo, ¿cómo andas? He sees a 4-0 incoming. Cooves, can you shout out a nice little prediction?
Score prediction for tonight, yeah. I'm going to shout out to one of my favourites at the club, QT Romero. He's not going to be there, unfortunately. So I think we're going to win in his honour. So I've looked at the shirt number 17, so it's a 7-1 win. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. So I'll go for like 2 goals for Sonny, 2 goals for Richarlison, 2 goals for Brennan Johnson, and then for the 7th goal, it'll be in the final kick of the game where all 3 of them converge at the same time to get their toe to the ball at exactly the same time. It goes into the net, and rather than squabble about who got the goal, they just all jump up in the air and high five each other in slow motion, and then the stream just ends. That's it. It'll be like, that's definitely happening.
She said Jake and Soda.
Jake
Those
and
are
Soda.
the 2
plus
cats.
her 3 dogs. Oh my gosh, got full house. I know she got a couple of kids too.
Yeah.
Holy.
So this was before
he
said 4-0 in the first half. Coop's probably an 8-0 full time. So he was close.
I had a
knows
tribute
Coop's.
score line ready. It was 7-3.
Yeah, I'll get it. I was
going
with that first, but I did think about the injury to QT and Jacob and I were reminiscing about it. Well, so we're not reminiscing; we're more distraught about it. So I thought we've got to go for the shout out to QT at the back there because he's awesome. Gets a lot of criticism, but I love him. He's one of my favorite players.
Well, we've talked about this, Coos. That's one thing we don't want to change anything about his game because
Absolutely.
you don't want to take away
I wish
that
he would kick more people.
And harder.
Yeah, that's right. Send them up into the stands.
First row for you. Hop them right into the second tier.
Pick a seat you're leaving.
Oh my God! Could you imagine watching Matty Cash go up to the second tier?
I really don't like that guy, Matty Cash.
That's the only player I've ever wished injury on, Leo.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's fair to say. I think I could probably, for him off the bat, yeah. Emerson Royale hat trick coming in. Ooh,
That'll be some good
never
odds.
go.
Is that Barry?
No, I got the next banner up says Romero. No, not again, right? I thought he was gonna be playing this game from what I heard like the beginning of the week. And
the
then
initial scan, they said he should be fit for this game. Yeah.
Yeah, and then out of nowhere comes this bombshell. I mean, that's worrying some. It just seems to be the way our physios are, right? It's always this shit where like our players are going to be fit this time, and then it's always regressed to a later date. Does that bother anybody else, or is it just me?
I think it's part of the theme this season, isn't it? We'll give ourselves a good head start. Then it's all too easy for Ange, isn't it? Let's have a few injuries and suspensions. Let the other rubbish clubs catch up. And then we'll just claw it back while playing half of our team. I think that's the way it is. I mean, this league title win this season is going to be great.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to make it even that much better, right, Kuba?
Absolutely.
The double, baby. The double's on.
I mean, Kuba, yesterday with Jacob, you guys were talking about it, and I was listening, and you guys touched on it. Like, we could be in third place. Come to the end of the results today, we can be into third place, considering the Romero injuries, the Madison injuries, the Van de Ven injuries, the suspensions, the double suspensions. Udogi, arguably the best left back, has been out for a couple of games at a time. But yet we're still banging up there with the top with first place is what 6 points now, could be 3 points, give or take by the end of the day. Nobody would have said that this was going to happen given all these underlining things that I just mentioned. Bobby, you got to be ecstatic, bro, right? I mean, we're not even like punching above our weight limit. I think everybody in the Premier League has been struggling with injuries. City looked to be kind of struggling with the hangover from the treble, which doesn't mean they will, get in gear and pick up here shortly or later on down the road. Liverpool are probably the most consistent. Villa they're not the best team in the league, right? They've been getting some good results and some favorable results. Chelsea are struggling. United are struggling.
Chelsea are
Newcastle are
struggling?
struggling. This,
Oh.
if ever there was a year to put a run
time.
together, if ever there was a year to put a run together, right? It's this year. I mean, it's this year.
But that's why I kind of
on our
understand.
free year. On our free year, you know what I mean? On the year that we were supposed to have like leeway or something like that. And I think we're doing very good, you guys. And I think that if we can continue how we're doing and hopefully bring somebody in come the end of the season, Kuva, we're going to be talking about, a league trophy. We could be.
Yeah, it's dependent on these next few weeks, isn't it? Going through into January. We know beyond January, we got a lot of our big hitters should be back. So I think as long as we stay in touch like we have, this was our crisis period, wasn't it? That loss to Chelsea and everything that happened in that game, we went through absolute crisis. But we're looking at the point now where after the end of tonight, assuming the Gooners don't win, which they probably will, to be fair, but if they don't, then we do win, we're 3 points off the leaders then. And that's after going through an absolute crisis. If we win tonight, even if the Gooners do win, saying we're 4 points behind, this crisis will have effectively cost us 5 points. That's all. because we'll have lost going from 1 point ahead of everybody to 4 points behind the leaders. So if you look at it in those terms, it's really only cost us a loss and a draw. That's not a lot, is it? That's a crisis. So it's all relative. As you know, I was speaking to Jacob last night about it. I really believe this could be just one of those seasons where you don't really have to be that great to win the league. It's everybody's dropping points. Even when we're looking at Arsenal, Liverpool, probably the standout teams so far of the season. You look at those, even they're not just winning back-to-back games and getting this unassailable lead. They're both dropping points all over the place. A lot of draws involved. There's a lot of teams that are capable of stringing together a series of wins, and it really catapults you up the table. And I think we are one of maybe Liverpool, City, Arsenal, ourselves. I don't see Villa doing it somehow, looking at the way they played in a lot of games and how they scraped past us when I think they were awful. I watched them against Man United as well. Second half, they didn't even look like a Premiership team. Yeah. So I don't think they're in it, but there's 4 teams there I think could theoretically string those wins together. 6 or 7, 6, 7, 8 games in a row at a crucial time when everybody else is picking up draws or playing each other. You could sneak through and take this. It's a good season for it. However, that is assuming that we don't suddenly see the resurgence of the old Liverpool or Man City, those ones that can win 15 games in a row. If that happens, we're not catching them. They will just do what they do. But I've not seen any of those signs of those teams being that way this season. Really erratic. Liverpool surprised me because they're actually a bit better at the back than I thought they were. Yeah, I always got the impression they were shipping a lot of goals, but they're not. They're quite tight there. City, though, they're always there. People are prying them open all the time. So they've got problems right now in there for somebody like City anyway. For a normal club, they're sitting in a good position in the table, pretty healthy. For them, it's a little bit of a crisis. But I just feel it's all up for grabs this season. I really do. You stay in the running, and I think it was even Conte that said, you know, if you're just in the running with about 10 games to go, just see what happens. This is how you do get surprise results. This is how you do get some teams that come out of nowhere and grab a title that's unexpected. I mean, Leicester were tipped to fail almost every week when they won the league. People give various reasons, like other teams not being as strong as they were. But I mean, they still overcame us, and we had a great team. They still overcame Arsenal, who gloated about how they finished above us that season. But Leicester were better than them as well, weren't they? So, it's there. Take it. Believe in it. If you believe in it first, if the manager believes in it, the team believes in it, we ride our luck when we need to. Who knows? I think we're very much in a title race still.
Yeah. Rightly so. Right. I mean, look, mathematically speaking, it's on. It's on until it's not, right? And if it's on, then it's on. I mean, that's just the bottom line. If it's on, then it's on.
That's it. I mean, ultimately, I'll look at us as being the underdogs. We have not got that experience of winning in recent years at all.
Fair enough.
So we need to break the mold and do something different. But isn't that what Ange Postecoglou's all about? That's what he's done all his career. Break the mold, achieve something that's not likely.
Yeah.
Here comes Ben with his bucket of cold water. I can feel it.
Nah, don't do that to you,
Oh,
Kenny.
look at him all. Wait. Did you have date night last night or something? Look at him all trim and he's looking all nice and
He was looking
fresh
good
this
yesterday.
morning.
He was looking good yesterday.
I
Yeah.
trim my beard all the time, mate.
Yeah, I think today looking positively dapper, though.
Oh no, it's just
I'm in my pajamas,
interesting.
mate. In my pajamas.
Ben, my homie, it's a pleasure of you to join the Wake and Bake. How you doing, brother?
Oh yeah, if you
Doing
haven't
all
figured it
right.
out, Leo, I sent the link to everybody.
Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Look, you guys, I'm gonna wrap up in like 20 minutes, but we could definitely we could definitely have fun until then. I'm gonna go do some, man, it's becoming almost like a part of my routine. When I have free time, I go downtown to Metro Caring and I go hang out with my friends there and help out the community. And it's become almost like part of what I need to do, right? Because it's very exciting. So that's what I'm actually gonna go do at 8:30 my
Good
time.
for you.
So we could definitely chat and rap about whatever. We have the cough in the building.
You want
How's
to switch me in the
how's
cough
everybody
and
doing?
put us in our spots?
Wait a
Not
minute.
you. Yeah.
there we
Hey,
go.
there we go.
Hey.
We're happy. We're happy down there. We're happy down there. Hey,
Oh.
No, you're
baby,
cool.
how
You're
you
cool up there.
doing?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
sexy.
This
You
is what
sexy.
it's all
You
about,
so
mate.
I
sexy.
know. He's talking. Come on his show. And he's like, "Hey, sexy skinny." That's my
Oh,
line, man. Trying to use my
I'm
line.
rage quitting.
Oh, sorry.
I'm rage quitting.
Hi, little Archie.
I'm just putting my slippers on.
I think Ben wanted some brown sugar for himself, man.
I know. Okay, we'll give him some.
Probably.
You went and took that away from him. Okay. Here you go. Here you go. You don't gotta go too far. You don't gotta go too
No,
far.
I got it again. No.
Sugar for everybody.
Yeah.
You sickos. You guys make me sick.
Yeah.
Don't be jealous. Here you go.
My homies. This is exactly why I wanted to stream. Like I was saying earlier, Ben. I'm like,
Where's
Where's
Ben?
everybody at
Exactly. It's
today?
weird not waking up with Kate and Ben in the morning. One of them's got to keep me up.
Yeah. So big
I'm
up to
not
you
at the
guys. It's
office,
actually a
I'm
pleasure to
just wow. Chilling out,
it's
watching
a
some
pleasure to have
movies.
you guys over here.
That's what we
It's
got
our
to do.
pleasure to be here, Leo.
Bobby, go ahead and take over for a second, brother. Run the stream. I gotta take a
No?
Okay. I have no control here. It's not like
the
I'm on a
Brewing
coffee
Bollocks
company.
podcast.
So this is the Brewing
Right.
Wallet Pod. It is.
Baron.
It's
Everyone.
Thursday. This person walked into a car dealership on the day they were closed. Actually, sorry, 3
Karen.
days before closed. Oh, okay. Fair
Right,
enough.
give me a sec.
Ben, so we were just talking about the game, buddy. What are your thoughts on today's game with the injury list obviously still growing, and growing pains and stuff like that coming? We're going up against an out of form Brighton, so should be pretty positive for us. What do you think?
I'm not mad at all. I predicted this. I predicted it. It's happened, and now everyone's losing their mind when we all predicted this in August. Play the youth boys.
So it's your fault then? Is that what you
Pretty
said?
much. Why can't he predict
Why?
winning lottery ticket numbers?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I predicted this would happen. That's why I was called Eeyore. That's why I was called Eeyore.
That's not. You was. You still are. You still are.
Stop being a Karen. You're totally being a Karen.
Totally being a Karen.
Yeah, being a
Thank you for
Karen.
that. Sorry about that, my homie.
It's all good, buddy. It's all good.
I do-
We're
I
just getting
do have to give-
Ben's thoughts on the upcoming game and the injuries.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. This season, as we all said, is a free hit. And now now that we're in a semi-decent position, are all saying, oh, it's not a free hit of a season now. Top 4 is available. No, it's a free hit of a season. He's still rebuilding the philosophy of the football club. Put some youth players in. Let Dorrington and Phillips play. Let them play. Go do what an old school manager like an Harry Redknapp would do in this situation. You go to the youth boys and say, enjoy it. If you make a mistake, no problems. If you make mistakes, making mistakes and failing is how you learn. That is how you learn. Put Phillips and Dorrington at centre back. No Davis, no Dyer, no Emerson there. Put 2 young centre backs there and say enjoy it. See what it's like to play Premier League football.
It won't happen, Ben. I don't see. He's not putting 1 in. I can't see him putting 2. I can't see it happening. I agree with what you're saying, but I just don't see him doing it.
He won't. It's risk adverse. I don't know why he's risk adverse, because this is the whole point of Ange football. Ange football is not risk adverse. They will do suicidal balls. If it works, brilliant. We love suicidal. Like Kuva and I would agree. Suicidal balls. Sometimes they're absolutely brilliant because they just split.
That's what they used to call me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they all call suicidal balls. Pedro Porro is amazing at them. He hits a ball and you never know what it is. Like, it either is a complete and utter flash in the pan or it lands on its target and it's a goal. Make mistakes. Make mistakes. You will grow as players. It's a free hit of a season. We're not going for a title. We're not going for a title. The squad is not good enough. It's just not going to happen. There are too many better teams than us. Play the youth. Let's see what they can do. We've already got no midfield. You might as well have no defence.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about saying risk adverse. It just doesn't fit in with Ange, does it? My gut feeling about why he doesn't pick some of the youngsters at times is he's just not seeing what he wants from them at this point. And they still need more time to adapt to it. I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he gives them a bit of game time at the end of the match just for the hell of it. I think he's slowly getting them used to the squad, used to training with them day in, day out. He did say it's going to take, say for Velez up front. They said he was going to take. Yeah, we said he was going to take 6 months or something. Hasn't been 6 months yet. So you look at some of the other players; they're just getting their little taste of first team football. I'm okay with it, but I like you, Ben. It would be great to see some of these youngsters come in because we've been asking for it for a long time.
Mostly, they can play football. Emerson Royale is not a footballer. He's not a footballer. He's a soldier. He's a homie in the dressing room. He works hard. He's a solid guy, but he's not a footballer. If you put
he's a master at samba.
Yeah. If you put in a Phillips, he is a footballer. We've seen it at Blackburn. He is a footballer. He's got a footballing brain. He's got all the skills that you need as a young centre-back. Let's see what he can do next to a Davis. Let's see what he can do. Dorrington looks really good in the under-21 team. Play him. Let's see what they can do.
Do you think, Ben, that maybe there's a case to be made for he's going for the more experienced players right now just because we're higher up in the table than we expected to be? Perhaps while there's a chance of winning something, he's looking at the experience to help us through. Perhaps if we were down in 8th or 9th, we might see the youngsters in.
I just feel like
I'd agree with you, Cooves, if they've got experience of winning something. These boys only got experience of being rubbish. It's all that is their experience. They've got no experience because they've never won anything. You might as well have no experience and willing to learn than experience of failure.
Oh, but you did say
our senior squad doesn't have any experience in winning anything either.
Play the youth.
But didn't you just say you learn most when you make mistakes? Surely that makes Dyer the most intelligent footballer in the Premier League.
You should already have learned how to get out.
True enough.
Yeah. But yeah.
Leo,
I just feel like if he's putting Emerson Royale in and he's not giving a chance to the younger guys, I think at the end of the day, Ange does know his team better than we do. And if these younger kids aren't getting a chance just yet, I think that's because Emerson Royale does probably offer a little bit more right now. And I think that probably outweighs the experience that these younger cats might be able to get. Because if you throw them in there, it's not a guarantee that they're going to get good vibe. They're not going to get a good reaction from the opportunity. Some of them might crumble. It might be a big stage and they might just crumble. And so Emerson Royale probably adds that type of a different mentality when it comes to it. I'm all for the younger guys getting a chance. And I wish one of these games we will all be surprised to see that these younger guys do get a chance, because for me, when I learned to swim, my older brother said, "You want to hang out with me and my friends? You got to swim in the deep end. So go at it." And I had to learn to swim in the deep end.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the baby and take baby steps and this and that. No, I wanted to not be left behind. So I learned to swim. But not everybody is able to adjust like that or to be able to cope with that type of pressure. And so if he sees these guys in practice and he's able to see the pressure that they're withstanding in practice, then I'm all for it. But I think right now, just for this game and the next couple of games, I think Emerson Royale, like you said, he's a warrior. He's a homie. He's in the locker room. You know, people like to see like having him around.
It's on
And if that's
Instagram.
going to add more to the club right now, then the possibility of jeopardizing the future of a youngin, then I'm all for it. But either way, it goes either way, my homies. This is a write-off year. So if we're gonna write it off with Emerson Royale and try and win something, or write it off with the youngsters and look for the future, if Ange decides either way, you guys, I'm all right with it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, same. I feel the same way. It's Dan. I'm said I'm going to back the manager no matter what. So I trust his opinion on these things, and he may just do what he usually does. When we suddenly think we know what's going to happen with Ange, he'll suddenly pop a surprise. Perhaps we'll see suddenly one or two of them playing. Just when we get used to the idea of he's not going to do it. I think maybe he's just messing around with the fans.
For fun.
Maybe.
Keep us on our toes. Yeah, it'll be interesting, certainly. But I think you've got to look at the overall picture and say these players are making it into the match day squad. They are getting onto the bench, and they're just starting to get a little taste of some minutes on the pitch. So for me, I think it's just a softly approach. We'll see more of them in the future, surely.
Guys, I do need to wrap this up real quick. Bobby K and Kuva, what you guys got going? I see no notification for a New Year's Eve special.
Yeah, we're going to do a little pop-up special on Saturday night there, 10 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. over here for us, or we might change it to our usual 10:30. Me and Kuva will discuss that. But we're doing just a pop-up show. We're going to keep it very lighthearted, more of a call-in show. It's going to be open to everybody, all members, non-members, whoever, just to come in, and we're just going to basically ask everybody to share a memory from this year, football related, non-football related, something to just end the year, share a positive story from 2023. So, everybody can feel that there was something positive that happened in this year, and then maybe send a nice message out to everybody for 2024. And we've got a little game ready for them, of course. And I think me and the big fella might mess around a little bit and have some fun with people too. Anything else in there, Coops? What else?
No, I think that covers it, really, doesn't it?
So yeah, it's just a simple
Yeah.
it's just a simple pop-up. So any of you that are available, you want to come in, you do not have to be a content creator. You do not have to have a camera. You can just come on.
You do. You've got to have 1 million subscribers to get into the Free Stars Boys show. That's how we roll. We're big time.
No, it's New Year's Eve. We're doing a holiday special. We're going to be nice. Yeah, January 1st. That's what Ben said. But yeah. Now, like I said, we just wanted to give everybody the opportunity to come and share their message for the new year and pass on their well wishes and just end the year with this community, the wonderful community that we have the pleasure of being a part of.
That's right. Mr. Cuff, how you doing, brother? Where can we find you at, my homie?
Coffee Company, Tottenham on tour. We're on a bit of a hiatus at the Coffee Company, but we have been popping up and I might pop up in a minute just for the shits and giggles and just, I don't know, chill out and play some guitar. That's what I did yesterday. I had a bit of fun. But yeah, Coffee Company, YouTube, just chilling out. We'll be back on the 4th of March or something around that time. For
4th of March?
January.
What the hell? So you thinking, bro?
I heard March as well. Yeah.
I do what I want, mate. I do what I want.
You dozed off for a minute there, Bobby, as much.
Yeah, dozed off. Yeah, we won't be back to the 4th of March. We've got a load of things to do in terms of we're going to the moon. We're going to hang out with Johnny Depp. I don't know, something like that.
Discuss evolution theory.
Yeah.
It's all shits and giggles till someone giggles and shits, Ben.
That's actually funny.
Well, taking it from someone with ulcerative colitis, it's never giggles and that. And so
big up. Well, I appreciate each and every one of you guys being a part of the stream and in the chat. And if you're on Instagram Live, I appreciate you joining. These are my homies. This was Wake and Bake. This was episode 22.5 again. And we will catch you guys after the game. Look out for the match day vlog. Take us away, Eddie. That's you, Ben.
If you smell what the cough is brewing.